We're here with head women's basketball coach Peterson Abiad. And Coach, could you just give your overall thoughts on today's game here at Miami?
Well, for starters, we're just really disappointed. This was not a performance that we're really very proud of. We're having a lot of difficulty defensively, a lot of breakdowns. Started in our previous game against Indiana and really just perpetuated here tonight. Trying to stop penetration, trying to stop post-ups, trying to get the defensive intensity was really a major issue for us today, and I really think it was the difference in the game. We seem to be able to score enough, but we've got to get stops on defense, and that's our biggest issue right now.
You had 3 players score in double digits today, led by Coleman, who had a career-high 27 points. Can you talk about her performance?
Well, Corey's shooting the ball really well right now. She played really well against Indiana, shot it well, and again this game. And it's been progressive because she didn't start out the season shooting the ball that well, and now she really has kind of come into her own. Unfortunately, both of her good games have resulted in losses, and I'm sure that's not, comforting to her. And we're not looking for one person to take on the bulk of the scoring, but Corey's shooting the ball really well right now, and she's very aggressively going to the basket. So really happy with that. Obviously, that can only help us. We didn't have some of our usual suspects in Imani scoring it well. Imani and Haley both got into foul trouble this game. And that just brings me to we're giving up too many points at the free throw line, and that goes back to our defense. We're not getting in the stance we need to be in. We're not committing to our defense in order to get stops, and it results in a lot.
At the end of the second half, you were able to make a run and get the difference down to single digits. What did you see out of your team during that stretch?
Well, I thought it was so we went into the locker room basically having picked up the pace offensively, pushing the ball, playing, getting some enthusiasm and intensity, and that gave us some, I think, maybe pep in our defense as well. So we got a couple steals, we converted them into layups, hit a 3 at the buzzer, to cut it down right before halftime. Thought we kind of brought that momentum out of, into the second half, but as quickly as we did, we gave up some easy buckets, and all of a sudden it was back to 10. And while I still, like I said before, I feel like we're scoring the ball pretty well, but when you can't get stops, and the number of possessions that we're actually getting stops on, not high enough. It's just not high enough. So, that the momentum is short-lived because they're scoring it as easily as we are.
Next up, you play at South Dakota. What's the game plan heading into that game?
Get better. It's a road trip against a very good team who's playing well and hasn't lost at home, from what I understand. A team that we beat at our place last year under new coaching, and now they've got some chemistry and some experience with their coach, and I feel like they're playing really well right now. So we've got a tall order in front of us, and really it just comes down to, I think we've seen our team be a very good team in some of our games early on in the East Carolina tournament and against VCU, and then we ended up seeing recently a team that's just really not playing well at all, and we've got to get back on track. That's really going to be the determining factor, regardless of what it is South Dakota does, because anything right now hurts us if we're not committed to playing the defense that we need to play. So we have to get back to basics. We have got to get ready to defend anybody at this point, not just South Dakota, but we've got to get ready to defend. We have conference season right around the corner.
Thank you very much.